has been called out yet again for their booking of Jey Uso. In this video, I'm going to tell you who called them out, why they called them out, and why they are right to call out WWE and the booking of Jey Uso. Because if you didn't know, Jey Uso is a pretty big star, and it's not just an opinion piece, okay? And I understand there are fans that support Jey Uso. There are doubters. There are non-supporters. They think he's overhyped. They don't get the hype. They don't see the fact that he's a really good in-ring worker. They don't understand. They don't respect the fact that this dude, he can cut a promo. And he has created a character in which has gotten over the point where he gets one of the loudest ovations when his music pops. He has one of the coolest, if not the coolest entrance in the game right now when people put out their cell phones and turn on the lights, and then you do the little yeet thing. Oh, and by the way, he has the most over catchphrase, maybe aside from a Cody Rhodes, what do you want to talk about, in yeet in the game. He sells merch. People love this guy. They believe in this guy. He has been able to tap into the fan base, make a connection that is very, very strong, and go with it and profit off of it. That is what Jey Uso has been able to do, and that is something that you have to give him a ton of respect for doing. Not everybody can do that, right? And the beauty about Jey Uso is he can play any role you need. He is the ultimate utility guy. You plug and place him where you need him, he's there, right? That's what Jey Uso has been able to do, both as a babyface and as a heel, both as a single star and a tag team guy. Him and his brother Jimmy legitimately will go down as one of the greatest tag teams in the history of the wrestling business. And that is not putting shades on due to modern times. That's just a reality. What metric, what is your grading scale? They're going to rank high, right? Whether it is promos, whether it's classic matches, whether it's merch, whether it's championships, they did it all. They've done it all. And oh, by the way, in addition to all of the history they have made as a tag team, they've also made a little bit of history with this little faction called the Bloodline. Seeing Roman Reigns have one of the greatest runs ever in the history of the wrestling business, that says something. That is something. That is something to respect. Now, let's get to today's video, because Jey Uso, he is being booked interestingly. Now look, I've talked about how I don't like the fact that they continuously set him up to fail. I don't like the fact that they had him fall short to Damian Priest earlier this year at Backlash. I don't like the fact that they had him put Gunther over in the King of the Ring tournament. I don't like the fact that he lost Money in the Bank. Why put him in that match? He was the guy that was supposed to win that. Now, Rikishi, his father, he's previously called out the company. I talked about that here on the channel. And Rikishi, well, he's back at it again, and he is more upset than ever. And so I covered this for Wrestling News Co. So he was on his podcast, and he said this: SummerSlam, where's Yeet at? I don't know. Let's write him in that he likes Mommy. Mommy? That's the best that those writers got? Let me write this guy into a relationship with Mommy? What are you trying to do? Break up his marriage? Y'all can't put him in a good storyline? What are y'all going to do now? God forbid you guys try to tell him or tell her tongue kiss each other on Raw. That better not happen. So what is he talking about? Well, in recent weeks, Jey Uso has entered into this romance angle with Rhea Ripley. And it's really strange because you have Jey, who continuously calls out Rhea and is like teasing a romantic relationship. Then you have Liv, Rhea, and Dominic in this triangle story, right? It's Morgan injuring Rhea, taking her title, and she was trying to take Dominic away from her. So trying to take everything away. While Rhea is trying to get Dominic back and is trying to get her revenge on Liv for injuring her. And, oh, by the way, trying to get the title back. And so now you have that triangle going into SummerSlam where Morgan is slated to defend the women's world title against Rhea Ripley. And then, oh, by the way, because this is how WWE books under Triple H right now, and I don't necessarily have a problem with this, it's just a reality, where when you have a storyline, he will then insert whoever is going to feud with the winner of that feud or the prominent, focused guy coming out of that feud or girl. And so in this case, I don't know if they're trying to build to a Jey Uso Finn Balor feud, a Jey Uso versus Damian Priest feud, maybe even a Dominant Mysterio feud. I would assume Dominant Mysterio. Either way, they're trying to get him interjected into this because they have nothing else for him. He's not on SummerSlam. That's pretty clear. Like, he could be a late addition, but there's a lot going on this SummerSlam card right now. And so Rikishi is 1,000% spot on in regards to calling them out. So right now, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches on the SummerSlam card, right? I don't know if they're going to add an 8th, and if they do, I don't know if Jey Uso is going to be in that match. Yes, WWE is making a mistake by having him be in this alliance, this romance angle, if you will, try to make an alliance with Rhea Ripley. I don't like that because we're not necessarily going to get a payoff between Rhea and Jey. Like, I highly doubt that they're going to book them in a singles match, nor do I want to see that. I think that would be a major mistake. But when you have one of the hottest acts under contract, when you have a guy that is selling more merch than anyone right now, you don't have him in a featured storyline and you don't have him in a match in a prominent role at your second, third, arguable, biggest PLE of the year, yeah, I would call that a mistake, and that is definitely something to put a spotlight on. WrestleSTAR fam, a few news and notes here. First of all, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you are notified every single time we upload new wrestling content here to the channel. Also, if you would like to further support the channel and my family, please consider dropping some money on a membership, subscribing to that. You'll get additional content. There's a bunch of awesome perks out there, including members-only videos, which I highly recommend you go and check out. Also, if you are looking for some sweet pro wrestling merch, down in the description below, I have a link with some 2 sweet promo codes, including free shipping. All that information down in the description below. Thank you so much for changing my life, my family's life, and supporting the channel. And I will see y'all in the next video.